Martial, Epigrams, Episode 5. This epigram is taken from Book 1, it's number 28. Hesterno fe te remero qui credit acerdram, faletur in lucem, semper acerdrabebit. This epigram is an elegiac couplet. It is one line of dactylic hexameter, the first one, and the second line is a double hemiepes, or a pentameter. It goes like this. Hesterno fe te remero qui credit acerdram. The last syllable is marked on caps like this by tradition and convention. Faletur in lucem, 2.5 feet. There's the half foot, and then 2.5 more feet after a strong caesura or break. Semper acerdrabebit, and then the last half foot, which also is on caps, like so. Latin poetry of the classical period is quantitative and it is not rhyming. That is, the lines do not end in rhyming syllables. However, there is often, and this is an example, internal rhyme. Hesterno fe te remero. See, these rhyme. Now, what does the epigram mean? Well, it begins with this adjective hesterno, which modifies mero. Hesterno means of or relating to yesterday. Heri is the adverb that means yesterday, and hesternos means referring to yesterday. It's an adjective. So this is yesterday's wine, hesterno mero. And mero is a common substitution for vinum, because what we have is vinum merum, which means pure wine, unadulterated wine, wine that has not been watered down at all. And so merum simpliciter by itself comes to stand for wine. So the person who believes, he who believes, credit, there's our verb in the relative clause, who believes that acera fetera, here is the infinitive from the verb feteo, second conjugation, fetera. It means to stink of, and the English word fetid, or fetid it's sometimes pronounced, comes from this verb. So the one who believes that acera stinks of yesterday's hesterno, pure wine, or yesterday's wine, that person faletur, is deceived. This is the verb fallo, fallera, third conjugation verb, which means to deceive someone. Here in the passive it means, obviously, the person is deceived. So the subject of faletur is this entire clause. Hesterno fe te remero qui credit aceram. And aceram, this accusative, is the subject of fetera, because the verb credit introduces oratio obliqua, indirect statement. Aceram is masculine singular, and accusative, it is a first declension masculine, thus it ends in am. Now we're ready for the joke, the paraprosdokion. This is the way that Martial's epigrams work. The first line sets up the occasion for the joke, the punchline, it's the explication, and then the second line delivers the punch. It gives us the punchline, the joke, and the joke is delayed as long as possible to create the greatest amount of suspense and surprise when we get to the end. This is called paraprosdokion, contrary to expectation. The one who believes that is deceived. Why is this? Acera always drinks semper bibit all the way until dawn. And so thus he doesn't stink of yesterday's wine. He hasn't stopped drinking until this morning. He stinks of today's wine.